Yes, hello. Today I get you covered. Uh, I'm going to teach something that is unique, something that most of you have been waiting for. I don't know what is that, but that's just my assumption. So today I've not prepared any comprehensive agenda, but I'll quickly use my slides to teach you something. Yeah, something very nice. Let me just go. The document is in the desktop, and I'm specifically on this PowerPoint. So you can see that is all about charts. So today I want to teach you how do we insert charts in Microsoft Word, and also we are going to talk about some sorts of Autoshapes, and then also how about inserting the equations in Word. So I will start off. I don't know if I have not started with greetings. It's no longer a good thing to start without greetings, but you guys, I believe that you're good. So when you talk about charts, we are referring to the data visualization. When I talk about data visualization, it's all about all the aspects that are governed by seeing data. So like we can be able to check the trend of data at a glance, and then we can tell the changes of data just at a glance. So by definition, a chart is a graphical representation of data. It's always concerned with the data visualization, and it helps you to view data at a glance. So with the use of these charts, you can be able to have the characteristics of data at a given um, distance. You can just say maybe we have recorded an increase in sales for this particular time, or there has been a decline of sales for this particular time interval, or there has been a decline in performance of students as a result of maybe administration of a new curriculum. So Microsoft Word has got many chart templates that one can use to build any given charts. So I'm going to explain each chart template uh, one by one, until you have all covered. So these charts include, we have got the pie charts. Let me just talk about the pie charts. Okay, sorry. Let me get some other options now. Just a pen. So we have the pie charts, and then we have got the line charts, the bar charts, scatter charts, and column charts. So what are the importance of using charts? So using charts gives a good visual impression of data, so you can be able to have your data seen clearly. The data that you're seeing is actually very attractive and appealing to your eye. And then user can take a very short time to look at various characteristics of data at a glance, and also provides quick analysis of data. You can be able to get all the aspects of data very quickly and within a very short period of time. So how do we insert charts in Word? So I'll start step by step. Okay, so I want to keep the inks to help me know where I was. So to insert a chart in Word, so you open a Word application. So I'll just open Word 2016, and then this is Word, and then I don't want to create based on the templates that I showed the other time. So this is Microsoft Word 2016 application window. So I want to insert a chart here. So to insert a chart is very simple. You click on insert, and then click on this icon, charts. So add a chart, so you can click on it. Then specify which chart do you want. Specify which chart do you want. So for now, I just want to insert a column chart. So this is a column chart. And then I have click OK. So you can see this chart has been inserted for us. You can rename the series. So we can just say series 1, like maybe we are talking about Mark. And then okay, let me talk about, what can I talk about, by the way. So let's say we are talking about the three participants in a game. So you can have Mark, then you can have alphas, then you can have like that. In category one, you can say maybe lot one, then you can have lot two, then lot three, then lot four, like that. You have something like you had 20 points, then 10 points, then you can have 30 points, and then you can have 70 points. And then here we can have maybe 60 points, and then you have 80 points, and then you have 78 points, and then 27 points. Then you can have 90 points, and then 87 points, and then 54 points, and then 69 points, like that. Maybe these ones are the results in a certain game. So after you finished, you can close your Excel. So already we have a chart created for us. This is called a column chart. And you can see, I can tell, like in all lots, Selfa has been, okay, in the first two lots, Selfa has been gaining a priority, so she has been scoring much. And then in the last lot, we are having this person called Mark leading, almost tying with Selfa. And then here we are having Alphas at 60 points. So what happened? This is already our chart, and then I can talk about the chart elements. So to add any given element in a chart, elements of a chart are just like parts of a chart. So I can talk about, we have got the axis, which you can have there, y-axis, which is the vertical axis, and then we have x-axis, which is the horizontal axis. So let me insert the chart titles to describe this one a lot. So I can start with the primary vertical axis. Has it reflected? No, that was the primary horizontal. So let me just start with primary vertical axis, like that. I describe the like score. So these are the scores, and then in the horizontal axis, I'll just say these ones are the participants. So you can see the axis titles are the chart elements. We need also to insert another chart element, which is a chart title. So to insert a chart title, simply click on add chart element and make sure the design is checked. But anytime you click on the chart that you created, design will automatically open. Then you can locate what chart element you want to insert. So I want to insert a chart title. You can specify where you want, but I just like it to be above the chart. And then I can say this is a game results analysis. A game results analysis. Okay, so I have that one covered. Another thing that is missing in this case, we can insert some other elements like data labels. So data labels, we can just be talking about the labeling of data. Like here you can see this one has got 20, this is 27. It helps us to quickly identify the points where each bars are stopping. So this bar is stopping at 69. And then we also have another element which is called a data table. A data table, we can insert it with the legend keys or with no legend keys. So how do you insert the one with the legend keys? It's this one here. And then you can have another, you can just talk about the legend. You can specify where you want to insert your legend. So I prefer inserting legends always to the right. So they look good when they're here. So these are data table. And then we also have, let me just see if you can move to do something. Data table, so we don't need it. We don't need it. This is enough. But in case you need it, you know how to insert it. You just click on add chart element, then data table, and then specify which one do you want, the one with legend keys or the one with no legend keys. Then grid lines. Grid lines are these lines. So you see if I insert a grid line like that, so you can have grid lines are these boxes. The boxes that you're seeing, those are the grid lines. So you can insert which grid lines to use. You can maybe have the horizontal grid like this. Then you can have primary minor grid. You can insert which one do you want. It's according to your own specification. And lastly, let me talk about what is it. I've talked about how to insert a legend, and then we can specify the direction to insert a legend. If you want it to the top, right, left, or bottom, it's up to you. So if you want, maybe if, your option is not here, you can click on more legend options, and then you can find where to align. If I click on left, if I click on top, if I click on top like this, you can see that's where it appears. But I prefer having the legends to the right. A legend is basically a key that helps you to understand what each color or symbol represent. So this is a trend line. Trend line is going to help you to find the behavior of data. Is it moving or decreasing? So like let's say if I insert a trend line on Mac, you can see what's happening on Mac in this side. It's actually increasing like this one here. It's moving. Yeah, so let's say we want to insert a trend line based on sulfur. So let's have a trend line, a linear trend line with sulfur. So we want to see what's happening with her. Sulfur, you can see she started well. She's declining as that. Let me put a trend line with that. Alpha, we see just a linear with the alphas like that. You can see he has been recording the increase as we go on. Though at some point we have a decrease. So that's how we insert the chart elements. Another thing that I want to talk about, the quick layout. Quick layout provides you with a very quick, let's say, format, the very quick appearance. So you may sometimes not have time. If you click on quick layout like that, is going to do for you everything instead of going one by one, adding each element at a time. So quick layout has got all the elements covered there. You can see if I have like that, This is containing legend to the bottom, the title with the legend in there. Right, you can see even this one has got a data table. No, actually it has got the legend to the top, not a data table. Another thing, let me explain about change colors. When you talk about change colors, this one can help you to change the colors of your series. Like let's say you see this one, I've changed it. Otherwise, another way, we have got another way of changing the colors easily without even relying to this. So we have got chart styles here. So you can use it whenever the time you want, according to the question that you want. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so like that. So these ones are the quick styles that we're having here. And then how do we change the color of this particular bars? To change the color of the bars, it's very simple. Click on the bar that you want to change the color. Then format data series will come. And then click on this fill and line. Then fill. You can take solid fill and then you specify which color do you want. So maybe dark blue. You can see all of them assume dark blue. If you want cyan or marquee, you can specify on cyan. Cyan is this color. And then we can have this one maybe with a red. So like that. You see, I've actually changed the appearance of this particular chart. And you notice that anytime you change the series, also the color changes in the legend. And then we also have select data. This select data will help you to check which data are you talking about. It will help you to view which data do you want it to be displayed here, which one do you don't want to be displayed here, like that. So it's gonna help you out on that. So let's say if I don't want lot 4 to appear, I click OK. I'll have the results of up to lot 3. So let's say suppose you want to see the results for only the 2 lots. You click on select data, give it time to load. Then maybe I don't want that, so you can have selected. We'll only have the results for 2 lots. Now again, suppose we don't want the result for maybe particular individual like Mark, you can uncheck, then you can see only for alpha and alphas will be displayed. But if I want to go back again, just click on select data, then you can check all if you wish all of them to be added. Yeah, so like that. So this one here has got add. If you add another person, yeah, we're going to have agent entries increasing there. So for example, I add someone like her. So yeah, I've got Peter, and then series values, and then okay. So Peter, we are having him there. Click on OK. We're going to have another one for Peter, but we can change the data for Peter here. Okay, it's not here, so okay, so that is it. So for more information about that, I'll advise you just to be using it here. I prefer having all the data here. I don't know why. So you can resize this one if you want to increase the series. Maybe your series if you want to increase it to another column there. Okay, sorry. Then maybe we'll call him like Peter. Then you have like that. So let's see select data. Maybe I can remove this one. This is what I created. Or I can edit the data. And then the series that I'm going to have, it's actually this one here. This is the data series for Peter. And then we have okay. And then we have okay. We're having Peter being taken care of. So I think that one I've explained it well, how we can add another series in this case. Sometimes you may want to edit data. So if you click on edit data, you can either choose to edit data here or edit in Excel. If you edit in Excel, Excel will open. And then that's how you're going to change them. So if you want to change the values of Peter, it's up to you. If you want to change this one not to become lots, you can just say part 1. Then we have got a part 2, part 3, part 4. So let me just use autofill feature. It's going to do for me automatically. Then I close. When I come back here, it's updated as what? Parts. You remember very well in our previous lesson, I talked about what we call, I talked about embedded object and linked object. This is a linked object. Why? You've seen like I've edited the data in Excel, but the changes have been reflected here. So that's why I'm calling this one as an embedded object. So suppose you want to change the chart type, it's very easy. Click on change type, chart type, and then maybe you want a line chart. So or you want a pie chart. It's up to you. So let's talk about the pie chart. You can see, but there are factors you need to consider when creating a pie chart. Yeah, so you need to consider what type of data are you trying to present using a pie chart. Some of the data you cannot represent them on pie charts. And then maybe you want to change to area charts, to XY plots or histogram, with a trend line like that, or maybe you want box and whisker, waterfall. These ones you don't have templates for them. So you can either have area plot like that. This is an area plot looks like. But anyway, these ones they don't make sense to me. If they make sense to you, it's okay. So you can go and change. If you want a line chart, it's okay. But I prefer a column chart for such kind of data. This one is going to be quite a bit okay. Okay, well, so that's it. That's what you need to know about the charts. Changing the fonts I'm going to show you. So if you don't wish this font to be here, so what you can do, just double click on it. You can select. You know how to select. You can select by pressing shift and then left arrow if you're selecting towards the left like that with the keyboard. And then after doing that, click on home. And then maybe you want to change the font name to be Times in New Roman. Then maybe you want to change the color maybe to be somehow already is like that, and then you want to be in bold, then you want to increase it a bit so you can have it like that. So it's up to you. It depends on how you want your data to look like. This tutorial has actually taught you on how you can be able to deal with the charts. So in case you've not understood, please, you can feel free to pause, to go back, to review the parts over and over again. And I'm very sure that you'll have this tutorial will sort you out. Very good. So what else am I supposed to talk about? This is the theoretical part. I don't think it is going to be more important because I've demonstrated to you how you can be able to do it practically. So let me go to the next aspect, drawing auto shapes. Now, when we talk about auto shapes, these ones are like shapes which are inserted in uh, Word. The shapes, any shape that you draw in Word. So any shape, it's called an auto shape. You can insert either rectangles, ellipses, circles, etc. I'm going to demonstrate to you how to go about insertion of auto shapes. So I'm also going to help you how to, okay, like auto shapes, they help you to draw a given graphic quickly. I'm also going to demonstrate to you how to come up with the smart arts. And I'll explain to you when I'll be covering them. So here, I can open a new document. I click on File. Then you have got New, then Blank Document. So I want to teach you how to insert an auto shape. You can click on Insert. Then we're having shapes here. Yeah, so I can maybe draw something like a rectangle here. Yeah, you can see this rectangle has got its own colors here. So if you don't want its colors here, so we're having the format here. I don't think if it has been selected. Yeah, format has been selected. So go to shape fill, and then if you don't want that fill, you can have it none. Outline is the boundary, this line, the boundary line. So if you want it to be taken in another color, so you can specify. You can also specify the thickness by clicking on this drop down arrow. Then check on the weight, which weight do you want? If you want to be more thicker, it's up to you. Okay, let me insert another shape. You can insert shape, just click on insert, then shape, and then maybe you want to insert something like a star. So you can draw it like that. So this is a star. If you want to remove color from it, you can click on this drop down menu there, and then you remove the fill color. Then maybe you want to retain it like that. If you want the color, the line to be thick, just go to weight and make it a bit thicker like that. Yeah, so how do you insert text in a given shape? So you just right click and then select the shape. Just click on the boundary of the shape, it will be selected. Then right click, click on the boundary of the shape and then right click inside. Okay, sorry for that. It's not working the way I want it to be. Yeah, so we can right click inside. So let's see. Just right click inside. Make sure it's selected first before you right click inside. And then you click on add text. You can see this is okay. This is an Autoshap. So like the text by default are in white color. So I can select the text though even I cannot see, but I can guess that I'm selecting it. Then text fill I can change to be black. Then you can see this is what I typed. So I could not see because you can see the spelling mistakes are there because I could not see what I was typing there. So to insert a text inside here also the same. Right, make sure that the shape is selected by double clicking on it, then right click and then add text. So we can see I can easily type. But now because the text is white, you can see, go and change the text field to become the one that you can be able to see. See, even I made an error there. You may ask yourself, what is it that you call text outline? I want you to answer yourself. I select this text and then I change the outline. I make it to be yellow. Then the fill color, I make it to be red. Outline is actually the boundary of the text. But anyway, always we outlines work well with what you call the word arts. And I'm going to teach you later what these word arts are. I'm going to teach you later what these word arts are. So I've done a mistake. Selected something that's not supposed to be. Okay, so what is the problem? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm sorry, there was a mistake. The pointer changed itself to something different here, so I can undo those. I can erase them. Let me just erase these things because they don't make sense at all. So do we have an eraser here? Yeah, so I've cleaned, they've gone. Yeah, sorry for that. It was just a moment of silence trying to figure it out. What is the problem there? So let's say if you want the text outline to be green and fill to be red, I told you like it's not possible for us to apply both the outline and what the fill to a text that does not have outlines. So it's good we apply it on word arts. Huh? Yes. So that's it. Unless you have any other question to be answered. Maybe I can answer one. How do we align text inside the shape? So we have got align text here. Can either have it to the bottom to the top. But what about to the center now? What about to the center? So you just go to home and then you have got the option for aligning to the center. You go to paragraph, then align center. So it will be aligned to the center like that. Good. So let me create another new word. So create new. Then we have got Word document. In this case, in this word, I'll be demonstrating on how to insert what you call the smart arts. So to insert a smart art is very simple. You click on insert and then choose on smart arts. Identify which one do you want to describe. Is it a process? So like let's say, is it a list? Is it all? Is it all about a cycle? Okay, let me choose one cycle like that. So we can have it. So these are smart arts. Maybe you can change that. You can be changing the text here. You double click and change your text. Maybe like stage one, and then here you can click inside and then you change it to stage 2. And then here we can have it maybe stage 3. Then here we can have stage 4. Then here you can have stage 5, like that. And then in this case you can do something. You can change the colors of these things. So by clicking on format, then shape fill, you don't need any fill. Then shape outline, you can choose which one you want. Then color, maybe you can change it to be whichever the color that you want. So text fill, can put maybe something like black like that. So you can do the same for all of them, or you can select the multiple shapes by clicking on control and then just click on one shape like that and then hold control button, then click on the other shape, the other shape, the other shape, and then you can apply all the formats together. So shape outline you can put like that, and then text color to be black like that. Can even change the color of the arrows. There's no problem. Click on the first arrow, the second arrow, third arrow, fourth arrow, and then fifth arrow. So maybe you want to be filled with another color like red. So you just click on this drop down, then you change on red. You can see how this smart art I've created this smart art quickly. So that's how we create smart arts. You can choose. There are very many smart arts, so you can choose which one do you want. Yeah, it depends on your need as an individual. What have you been asked to do? So just insert and then smart art. Choose if you want to create a hierarchy. You're describing something there. Well, good. So just follow the processes to edit it and make it look a bit neat. Now, next, how do we make a screenshot? This is how we can make a screenshot in our window. So we can uh, just click on what? The screen that you want to clip, like in this case. Okay, we can use what you call the screen clipping tool. Yeah, you can see, you can clip anywhere like that. I want to make a screenshot like that. This rectangle only. You see it will appear here. So I've picked a screenshot from another Word that is open. So this one I cannot edit it. Yeah, this one it comes now as a picture. I cannot edit it. I cannot edit the content inside unless I use another specialist graphic software like Photoshop. And see, for pictures, they are formatted. Once you click on any given picture, you'll be given some other things maybe to make it. Like let's say you can make the outline maybe to be like that. It depends on how you want it to be. But I'll explain all these features in a separate lesson. So I want now to open another word to explain something else. I hope that is well understood. Now, let me teach you how do we create an equation. Suppose you've been asked to insert an equation in Word, like let's say a general equation of a line which is y equal to mx plus c. Oh my god, this one looks weird. A fraction like 1 out of 2. It looks weird. It looks weird. Now, Microsoft Word has got this problem solved for you. To create an equation, you can simply click on insert and then you go to equation. Just click on equation like that. Then the design equation will come here. So you can either choose to ink so that you can write your own equation here. So you write y equals to mx So the bad thing about this one, sometimes the letters may not be interpreted the way you want. So you have to write well. If you use a pen to write, then it will be more accurate. And so it's giving me the symbol of intersection. I don't want that. Will come to help me to draw this one. It's not interpreting M. Okay. It's taking it as a capital M. It's okay. Then you can insert and then you can either fine-tune it by making it small, M like that. You see, now looks like maths. Let me create a fraction. You insert and then click on equation, then ink an equation, like I want to create 1 over 2. You can see I'm having my fraction neatly inserted here. Yeah, so another thing that I want to show you, maybe you want to insert a compound equation. So you can click on it. Let me type a quadratic formula. How do I type a quadratic formula? So there is a script. A script is for power. So I can have maybe, I can start with A. Okay, have A x. I can just have A and then I have the script like this. Want to insert a power. Okay, how do you insert a power by the way? So you click on script and then you have got something like here. You can replace it like A to the power of 2. Then maybe we have got plus water, something like B squared. I'm describing something like B squared, B squared. Okay, like that. So let me insert a quadratic formula. To insert a quadratic formula, click on insert and then you can go to in equation. Of course, you can ink. So inking is the first way of writing it. So you can just say x, x. Okay, this one is taking it as k. We'll modify it equals to negative b, plus or minus the square root of it makes no sense. Let me just type. You can say x equal to like that, and then I make a fraction, a stacked fraction. So there are so many fractions here. I prefer these fractions called the stacked fractions. So here I can say negative b. Then we have a symbol for plus or minus. Plus or minus, it's here, so you'll just go to the symbol parts here. I hope my cursor today is visible. So we have plus or minus. Where is plus or minus? Let me just look for plus or minus. This is minus plus. It does not make sense to me. Why is plus or minus? Plus or minus. In case maybe you've tried to look for the plus or minus and it's not there. Okay, it's here. Yeah. In case it does not exist, you can decide to ink it. Still, it will also come. And then we need a radical for the square root, like that. Then here we need a script. Then you can type something like b, then squared, then minus 4ac, minus 4ac divided by what? 2a. That's how a quadratic formula is typed. It's up to you to find out how you can create different equations in Word. So I've demonstrated to you how you can go about that. Another thing that I want to show later is that I want to show right now is how to insert a symbol. So symbols are here. So you can cite, there are more symbols here. So if you want to insert a symbol, like let's say this is a, I've forgotten this one. This symbol I used to find in physics is called ohm. You can insert it easily like that. And then let's say suppose you want to type a mathematical expression like 2 divided by 7. You know, you can't type 2 and then you press slash and then 2, 7. Makes no sense. Huh? So just click on this, just insert, and then we have equation. Then you have 2 divide by symbol, it's here, you can see. Then you can have 7. So I believe we can create a mathematical formula. I believe we can create some mathematical test using Word now. In case you've not understood, tell me what area you've not understood and I'll have you covered. Otherwise, it's my prayer that I and you, we are going to continue being in touch until you get to understand what you want, and I will serve you because I know that's my role and it's my responsibility to help you grow. And by so doing, I'll also be growing. Well, so maybe these are the notes that I prepared on your questions, so you can go through them quickly if you want one or two, three things to refer to. So he was giving a story about how things went bad for me sometimes. I was given a math test by my lecturer to submit it. Then we were supposed to submit our work in writing. It was actually a very hectic moment for me, so I could not do that, but I had to consult various sources only not to be helped. But I decided to learn Word by myself. So that is it. You can see there is also a shortcut for inserting an equation, just pressing Alt, then with equal sign, Alt with equal sign. That's it. Or you can bring an equation from an external source, you paste it in Word, it's also acceptable. So let me do something here. Let me do something clean here. Okay, suppose I want to insert a trigonometric function. Click on insert and then equation. So I can have something like a sine x, something like that. You can see. I can create another one. I click on insert and then I have something like cos x, like that. Okay, sorry. Suppose I want to create sine half x. I can click sine and then we have I have sine and then I go to the fraction. You click on sine, then space, and then you go to fraction. You put your stack fraction like that. So you can have something like 1/2, then something like x. Like that. Everything is working manually. So suppose I want to create the sine, I have sine angle identity. It's easy, so I can create insert and then question. Then I have what? I type sign and space. And then I can have 1 over 2, 1 down arrow, 2, then x, then I can say equals to, then I start with plus or minus the square root, just the square root of 1 minus cos theta. So now the thing is, where is theta now? Theta is a symbol, is a Greek symbol. I can find it here in these symbols here. So this is theta. Okay, sorry, I don't want to use theta here. I just want to use x. If you use theta here, then make sure you use theta the other side. Then the entire of this one is divided by 2. The entire of this one is divided by 2. So what will you do? You will select it. No, sorry, you select this one. Then you have fractions. Then stack like that, and then you have divided by 2, like that. So I hope all is well.